Alright, so guys, without any bullshit, let's straight away dive into the strategy. Alright guys, so the setup and strategy I'll be talking about is right here, which we had called in advance inside of the community. And today, I'm going to break down the exact strategy behind that trade, and that strategy is pretty simple to follow, easy to implement, and that's completely changed the way I trade. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, so now have a look at the charts on my screen. Alright. Alright, so what you see now is the exact framework I personally use to find high probability setups, and there's nothing overly complicated or filled with dozens of indicators, because the goal should always be to keep trading as simple and repeatable as possible in the long run. Alright, let me now show you exactly how I identified that setup step by step. Alright, so the step number one is identify the money flow, which is the trend identification process. Alright, like right here, what you do see is that the price is in a downtrend, making consistent lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs, and so on. Alright, but now this simply means that we are only interested in shorts because we are in a downtrend in this range. Alright, now moving on to the second step. Alright, mark out clear draws on liquidity. Alright, what are clear draws on liquidity? It's pretty simple, right? There are clear highs and lows which are visible to you with your naked eyes. Like this is a clear high, so it is a draw on liquidity. This is a clear low, so it is a draw on liquidity. This is a clear low, so this is a draw on liquidity. This is a clear low, so this is a draw on liquidity. This is a clear high, so this is a clear draw on liquidity. Alright, now moving on to the third step. Alright, now third step is sweep plus divergence on the oscillator. Now let me tell you what is sweep. Alright, so now as you see that this is a clear draw on liquidity which we have marked out. Now sweep is when the price goes above it and fails to close here. Alright, it fails to go a lot higher, right? And the logic behind this is that the price went lower from here, which simply means that here was a selling imbalance created by the sellers, basically aggressive selling at this price level. So everyone who shorted here, their stop losses are right above here. Alright, so what the price does is that it takes out these stop losses and then move lower and lower and lower. Alright, because that's the concept of liquidity. Alright, your loss is someone else's profit and someone else's loss could be your profit. Now let me show you a setup. Alright, this is the most important part. I'll help you identify a setup through the strategy. Alright, so now as you do see that we are on the higher time frame and this is a clear draw on liquidity. Alright, so we will simply mark it up and boom, we have marked it up. Alright, now I'm moving on to the 15-minute time frame. Alright, I like 15-minute. Alright, because higher the time frame, the more accurate the confirmation will be. Alright, so now as I told you that now you have to wait for the sweep of that low or high, the clear draw on liquidity, right? This was the draw on liquidity, and now we wait for the sweep of that draw on liquidity. Alright, now it has been swept and the price comes back up, so this is a perfect sweep that the stop losses have been taken out, and now we could expect a potential reversal. Now we are going to open the oscillator, and then these dots you see, green dot and red dot, they're divergences. Okay, so now whenever these divergences form, that's exactly when you have to enter. Alright, like the divergence formed on this candle, you have to enter here, placing your stop loss below the low. And now let's see what this trade would have given to you. Alright, okay, so one thing is clear, that we're still inside of the trade. Okay, alright, yo, so it is 129, which simply means if you risked $1, you would have made $9 by now. And that's the speciality of this strategy, that it is not a continuation model based strategy, right? If you're in an uptrend, a continuation strategy looks like this, which helps you enter here, which helps you enter here. But in this scenario, it is a trend capturing strategy, helps you to capture the reversal. It will tell you when the market is about to reverse from an uptrend to a downtrend, so you can enter right here and capture this whole downtrend. All right, or capture the uptrend, right? It helps you capture the reversal. There are two models, one's a continuation model and one's a reversal model. And this is a reversal model which helps you capture the whole trend. It helps you to identify when the trend is about to shift. Alright, and now note that this is not a regular oscillator as it identifies money flow and price momentum and finds divergences. Basically helps to identify when the smart money and big players are going to reverse the price action, and you can find the access to the indicator and appropriate mandatory settings inside of the Discord community, and you can find the link in the description. And most importantly, meanwhile you become profitable and get a hang of the strategy and indicator, which 100% takes time, make sure to join our community where I also upload all my profitable setups in advance. So meanwhile you become profitable at trading, you do not waste your time and miss on opportunities and profit by simply copying our trades and learn from us on live. As learning a strategy is pretty easy, but building the discipline to use it effectively does take time. See you on the other side. Peace out.